Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the weekly Needle and the Lens podcast. I am your host, Kevin, with your co-host, my co-host, I meant.
There you go, Noah. That was a clunky turn.
It was a little clunky, you know. Hey, we're starting a bit too early today. My brain hasn't fully turned on, even though it's 4 p.m. That's fine though.
I'll give you that. It is very early to be doing the podcast.
Exactly.
Usually, you know, we've got a little time to sit with our thoughts. But we're jumping right into it today.
Yeah, we are. That's the type of day we're having. But how have you been, Noah? How have you been? Tell the people.
I've been okay, I guess. I'm trying to think what has even happened in my life since last week. Anything substantial? Probably not. I mean, we went to the movies. That was cool.
Oh yeah, we did. Hey, yeah, we went to the movies last Thursday.
Yeah, so that was a cool thing.
That was a good time, yeah.
Went to a record store. That is probably the most interesting thing I have done since we last recorded a pod.
Look at that.
So, yeah. What about you? How's everything going with you?
I mean, I'm in a fairly similar boat. Just been chilling, you know? Not really doing too much, but, you know, hey, going to work and whatnot, you know, we all know.
Exactly.
The work
We're doing
vibes.
what we got to do.
Exactly. That's what's gotta get the grind in. It's important. Make that bread, you know?
Of course.
Exactly. But we're here. We're back. Needle and the Lens. You guys, we're on episode 17. Y'all already know what's up. Music, movies, TV. Exactly. We're powering through this, but we've got some fun stuff to talk about today. A lot of this very, very new news to us today, at least, when we are recording this on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Wednesdays have been pretty nice news days lately. A lot of stuff happening day of, but I say we could just jump straight into our first topic of the day, which is the XXL Freshman list for 2021 that just dropped.
Yes, just a couple hours ago it came out.
Exactly. And we're pretty quick to this time. You know, we're gonna touch on our thoughts here, but let's first of all let's take it all in. Here's the picture right here. How are we feeling on this?
What do you think? First off, what do you think about the cover, design wise? Just first off, is this a interesting cover to you? Out of this world, I guess, is the vibe they're going for.
I mean, it's okay. It's kind of basic. I will say that much. Like, I could make this shit in Canva right now. Like, I could literally replicate it. I'm pretty sure I've seen all these assets in Canva. So, like, this is not something pun 100% intended out of this world.
Right. Yeah.
Like, get it? There's I get it. There's the stars, and then you've got some planets and shit like that. But I mean, like, the design elements are kind of cool, but
right.
a little basic.
I don't like. It seems like, at least looking at it, they definitely weren't all there together. I feel like in the past, the XXL covers have been everybody in the same place.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like, everyone is in one location. They take the picture. It's really cool. This is just kind of like everybody just submitted a photo, or maybe XXL took a separate photo of everyone and then just Photoshop them all together, which I don't think works as well as some of the other covers.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't. It definitely lessens kind of the camaraderie aspect of it, I would say.
Yeah. But I think the quality of this cover is also reflective of the quality of this list.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So let's
talk about what we're feeling.
Who is on this cover?
No, let's talk about how we're feeling on it, just in general first. Let's go.
Okay. Well, you don't want to name off who we were working with first?
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
So we know who's on the list.
All right. So just reading off the top here, and I'm also like, some of these names I'm gonna even admit I've barely heard of, and I can hardly put names to faces. So let's go. We got Moray, Ian Dior, Lakea, DDG, 42 Doug, Ruby Rose,
Blast.
Blast. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're replacing vowels with X's. You know, that's the thing that we've been on apparently.
Cool thing to do.
I guess so. Pooh Shiesty, Tusi, Coi Leray, and Flo Milli. So those are the names we're working with for this year. This is the next up people for 2021. And it's not good, guys. It's not good.
It is not good. If this is who we have, I mean, here's the thing. Like, okay, no, yeah, it's just not good. It's not good. And you know,
good, straight up.
I'm just gonna get in front of it and say, I know for both of us, this does not include Flo Milli.
Okay, obviously,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, like big Flo Milli fans here. And I think
we are on that Flo Milli shit.
We are very much on Flo Milli shit. I think she's the highlight of this list because otherwise, there's not anyone else on here that's really exciting to me. I mean, there are people that I expected to be on here, like Pooh Shiesty, I feel like was inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing big numbers right now. So, I mean, we can't...
Right.
A lot of these people can't necessarily knock them being on here just by sheer popularity, but that's maybe like 2 people.
Yeah, and I just think like it's still this whole thing of where I think we've been seeing more and more with the XXL is that it's less about giving certain artists exposure, you know, because a lot of these artists on here, like Ian Dior, like what is Ian Dior going to gain from being on this XXL list? He already, like he was featured on Mood with, you know, 24K Golden, which like is one of the biggest songs of this year.
Right.
So like, I don't think he necessarily needs this spot. And I mean, some of these artists are still lesser known, you know, but
yeah,
I don't think they're necessarily gaining a lot for some of these people. And it's just not a good list. And I will say, like, I'm not super familiar with a lot of the people's music on this list. So like before we did this, I was like, you know what, I want to try to give a sample to like a few of these artists and like see kind of what we're working with here. Not impressed.
Ooh, just straight up
impressed. Yeah, because I was like, you know what, looking off first look, I could say this is a bad list, you know, just off the fact that I don't know anybody, right?
Which that just kind of, yeah, that's not necessarily a fair that's not necessarily a fair thing to say.
Right.
But also at the same time, I don't know, it's the freshman list obviously has been kind of degrading in quality over time. Like that's something that we've noticed, but I think the big thing is they need to mix in relatively unknown people, but people that are still making waves. Cause that's the thing. It's supposed to be the people that are next up. These are the freshmen. If this is like, you want to put it into an actual school terms, these are the people who are next up. It's people who are making noise, making moves, you know, who are gaining traction and popularity. So if no one knows who the fuck these people are, you can't really say that they are.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like to the fact that no one knows like who any of these people are is good in a way, and also kind of bad in a way, because, you know, on previous XXL lists, there have been, like you said, a good combination sometimes where there are people that I'm like, oh my gosh, like so dope to see like a Chica or like a Corday or someone else like that, you know. I'll mix in with like some other names that I wasn't familiar with, or people that might surprise me in the freestyle or the cypher, you know.
Exactly.
But there's no one on here besides Flo Milli. There's only one person on this list that I am interested in, which is the first, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And like in past years when we've been like, this year, this list is terrible, I can be like, it's terrible, but there were like
there's a lot more highlights in there, and that's the thing. I feel like the mean quality of this list is just very below the bar.
Right. It definitely is. And I just think we're also starting to see more of a trend towards like, with the XXL list moving away from, I mean, it's kind of already been like this in a way, but even more now moving towards like melodic, type hip hop, or like you know, like more R&B infused hip hop sounds. Which I am not entirely against, but I do like to see spitters on there, you know?
Yeah.
And we don't have one on this list.
Yeah, we really don't. There's not even, like, every year there's usually one, like, lyrical miracle spiritual guy on there. Right. There's at least one to kind of keep that sect of the hip hop community satisfied. Like, okay, we have our one representative. But, like, honestly, we really don't even see that on here at all.
No, which is like, I feel like one of the first times we've seen something like that.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Which is just wild to me. And I think it's just like more indicative of the direction that XXL is wanting to go in for the future. And I guess in a way does, I don't know. I think it reflects the way that mainstream rap is going towards.
Right.
I'm not going to say it's necessarily reflective of all of hip hop, because I mean, there's so much more going on outside of hip hop besides like the mainstream sound of what rap sounds like right now.
I think to say that the mainstream and that rap in general is going in that direction, I don't think that's necessarily like a wrong take to say, because I think obviously with the mainstream is the majority of what is popular, I guess. But at the end of the day, what goes mainstream usually influences the other type of stuff that gets put out too.
Right.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right. It's a little frustrating. Frustrating. And this list kind of just, in a way, it's not as, I'm not as frustrated with this list as maybe I should be, only because like XXL has lowered the bar every year.
Yeah, exactly. Like the bar's in hell at this point.
Right. So they've kind of they've prepared us. They prepped us for
this list specifically.
Right. And I can't remember. I'm trying to remember like last year who all was on there. I know Chica, Baby Keem, Rod Wave.
That was a decently solid list if I remember correctly.
Right. And I mean, just for me, like having Chica and Baby Keem was already like nice. Like this is really cool. I think both of them are like, you know, definitely up and coming and could both benefit from this. Even Baby Keem at the time, I think, you know, definitely benefited from that a little bit.
Right.
And I thought we're like doing interesting stuff in rap. And I just feel like I can't say like and obviously I've only sampled a couple tracks from all these people, but I can't say that anybody on this list is necessarily doing anything particularly interesting with rap besides like Flo Milli, who I think is, you know, obviously rapping over some like interesting production here and there.
Oh yeah.
You know, like we've got Roaring 20s, which was like really cool. And I can't imagine a lot of rappers that would hop on that. And she sampled
especially
the
killing
Dora.
It.
Yeah. She sampled the Dora theme song, right? And rapped over that. Like, come on. Like, so I think
who else is doing it like her? Let's be honest.
Literally no one else.
Exactly. And I mean, we talked about this a couple times before. I don't think on the podcast, but like, I really just generally enjoy Flo Milli's music because I think just her song structure is just really good. I think she has honestly some of the best hooks out there. They're catchy. They're fun. I think she makes really fun music and really enjoyable music. And honestly, I mean, she goes toe to toe with a lot of the bigger names, if you want to say in like the female rap lane, right? Like, I think honestly, I would say I kind of like her hooks more than like, you know, the likes of Megan or Cardi or anyone like that.
Yeah. I think I can definitely see that.
Yeah. I think I still think Megan could definitely probably out rap her just like from a, you know, a bar for bar perspective. But I think just in song structure, I think Flo Milli's got that down. She knows how to do a good hook and shit's catchy, bro. I fucking love Roaring 20s.
Yeah. That song is
so fucking good. It's so good. Oh
And,
man,
like,
that's so good.
even her EP that she put out last year, I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, this is okay, but it really grew on me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I didn't get to that one until like the end of the year. That was one of the ones that I caught up on. And I wasn't expecting too much because like, I'd heard a lot about Flo Milli, but it was from like, regular mainstream circles of people talking about it. So I was like, okay, it's probably going to be okay. But I listened to it and I was like, this is kind of fucking dope. Like she's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And she's extremely talented.
And I say there's no spitters on there. And by that, I just mean like people that are like lyrical, really known for being lyrical.
Yeah.
But don't get us wrong. Flo Milli can rap. Like,
oh yeah, no,
she can definitely rap her ass off. But yeah, I just think she's not necessarily in the lane of someone that we do consider like those quote unquote lyrical, like Chica or like, like the spot that a Chica would take on the list, or like Jid, like,
or Corday that year,
or Corday. Yeah.
Cause they always have the one, right? Like in 2016, it was Denzel.
Oh, you're going to, I'm trying to think. Yeah. I guess it would have been Denzel.
Yeah. White boys will say it's Lil Dicky, but
yeah. I mean, hey, you could give it to give it to Anderson maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but like I don't know, Anderson, I still to this day that was a weird pick. I'm happy he was on there, but it was still a weird pick. That
was a rough time for him. We don't like to talk about that. As Anderson fans,
hey man, he shot up from there. I will say that.
He did.
Now he's collabing with Bruno. Like, I mean,
that is true.
Sky's the limit at this point now.
He's I guess pulling some of the biggest numbers right now.
Exactly.
Out of everyone on that list. So.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, everybody else on that list is still, not everybody, but most people on the list are still.
I would say, 99% of that list is still successful. And I do want to go into some of the older lists because in the article they have some later, but
Got you.
we can look at that and kind of see how those have aged in comparison to how we feel this one's going to age. But I mean, I say we can quickly break down some of the picks here. Moray, is he the one who was on My Life by J. Cole? He was. I mean, that's
that feature
cool.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just,
I mean, it was a pretty solid feature. Like I'll say that much. Like he had some good vocals, but I mean,
it wasn't anything that was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy is next up. Like,
dude, I'm saying, like, he was, at the end of the day, he was background vocals, right? But it's weird because like he popped on this list and like I'm not gonna discount him or anything, but I don't know anyone who knew this man before J. Cole. Before that feature.
Interesting.
If we're being honest, I had not.
I also did not know anyone personally that knew him. Although I will say when I was watching, not a lot, but there were like two reaction videos I saw, and they were like, "Oh, is that Moray?" But most people were just like, "Oh, all right, cool."
But reaction videos, those are, I mean, typically I'll say those are people that are professionally versed in some respect in what's going on in music. Sometimes
that's just boys that got a camera in the fucking room.
Hey man. Look, some of them are
and here I say enough. As a boy with a camera in my room. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm never claimed to be a professionally, I
would say we're fairly versed. We keep up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd say I keep up. I mean, well, maybe we don't keep up because I don't fucking know the majority of the people on this list. This is like, it does make me feel a little out of touch. Like,
but are we out of touch, or is XXL out of touch? And we'll get into that in a bit. Kind of the conclusion of that as to whether that's the case. Right. But Moray, I mean, cool dude, I suppose. Don't know much about him. Ian Dior, like you said, I mean, he's fucking huge at this point.
He didn't need this.
He didn't need this, but I mean, it's a pick that at least makes sense because he is popping,
right. And I mean, I personally do not like his music from what I've heard. It's just not.
I'm guessing that's this dude, right? Like, I'm kind of trying to gauge what direction they're going with the people.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the long hair, right?
Right.
Got it.
So
because I don't think they're going in any particular line because it's all kind of a mess. But
right.
Yeah.
He's whatever for me. But next,
let's see, Lakea.
Yeah. And
I don't know anyone who listens to her. I did listen to her project that came out this year, but
oh, you did?
I did, yeah, because I'm shooting for 200 projects to listen to this year. Obviously,
what'd you give it?
Fuck if I remember. I didn't like it. That's all I know. But
didn't
I mean, like she sounded basic. Hey man, dude, you can't say that. I like Flo Milli. I gave it a 3 out of 10. It was
3 out of 10. Okay.
Not 3 stars.
Out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10.
No, I mean, I'll say I listened to a couple tracks and I wasn't necessarily like blown away or anything.
It just sounds kind of basic and boring, and I just not a fan. I will say, and I don't know anyone that's really rocking with her that hard. I mean, I know she's got a decent amount of monthly listeners. That's why I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll listen to the project. I want to say she's somewhere maybe the 2 million. Oh no, it's sub 1 million. Yeah. Okay, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just I wasn't huge on it. But
gotcha.
I mean, that's that. Don't know why that pick's on there again. Like sub 1 mil. That's not terrible. 900,000 isn't bad numbers, but
it's good exposure.
It is. Maybe. Yeah, no, it's definitely good exposure.
If they're trying to put people on.
Yeah, but just not necessarily of quality.
They're thinking like, okay, if someone like Saweetie is blowing up, and they're making very similar styles of music, then there's no reason why if we throw her on this list, like she can't also blow up if they're doing a very similar thing, So
very true. Yeah,
I guess maybe that was their thing behind there, and we'll just
was Saweetie on last year?
No, I don't think Saweetie's ever been on a XXL list.
Yeah, she probably. I'm willing to bet she probably declined, but.
Oh, you think? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, like she's huge. I don't know why.
Yeah.
If she wasn't on, like she never got on. But I will say one thing. That's a fairly dope thing. I mean, like there's 4 women on this list. That's
right.
I mean, that's a good step in the right direction. Definitely gotta recognize the dope women out here.
They're like, honestly, very much. I'm not gonna say completely carrying rap, but they're like really like.
I mean, it's
starting to shift that way 100%.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, some of the biggest artists in hip hop right now are women. Point blank. Period.
Right, so I can't even like if we get to a point, it's like half and half. Like that's.
I mean, to be fair, that's where it should be.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But I think we definitely gotta find some women who are out here making dope shit, and put them on.
100%.
And they've done a good job with some good picks in the past. Rico, Chica, but I mean, hey, there's
Megan.
There's more out there.
Megan on
Megan, exactly.
So,
but I mean, like, hey, we got to keep doing that due diligence. Keep finding them out here, man. It's very important.
All
but
right.
Lakea, not necessarily happy with that pick.
Right. Yeah.
DDG, I vaguely know about him. I listened to his project. Apparently, he was actually trending yesterday because he's quitting YouTube to focus on his music or something. I guess he was a YouTuber, right?
Interesting.
I think it's this guy right here. But his project, Die for Respect. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think that was the one. Let me look at the cover again, because is it like a black and white cover?
No, it was like, it was very like earth tony, like browns.
Got you.
He was wearing a black suit. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, he's doing some numbers already though.
I mean, yeah, I guess he was pretty big. I don't know. Again, like I said, popped on my radar because he had a decent amount of, he's got 6 million listeners. I mean, and he went trending on Twitter for quitting YouTube. So, hey, the fuck do I know, I guess, but.
I guess so. Jeez.
I mean, I guess I can't knock that pick because he's doing big numbers, but not really feeling it. And I mean, like,
not
even
that one either.
Even for someone who's got 6 million monthly listeners, and not to say that Music Board is the judge end all be all for, you know, what's popular and whatnot, but I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
I'm one of 6 ratings on this album on here, and you got 6 million monthly listeners. I don't know about that, man.
Dang, got to step your game up.
Exactly, like it's not out there like that. But I mean, hey, good for him. He's doing numbers.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. My thing is, everybody on this list still has the chance to completely make us shut the fuck up.
I mean,
if they go crazy in the cypher or their freestyle, you know?
Exactly. We will see.
Yeah.
As time comes.
Who we got next?
42 Doug. I have no idea which one of these motherfuckers that is.
I also couldn't point him out to you.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go on his Spotify, see which profile picture. Son of a bitch, he's wearing a beanie in his Spotify picture. I'm gonna guess.
It's one of the people.
I'm gonna guess for Coi.
One of the people. Okay. All right. Go.
Oh wait, did I listen to this project too?
You probably did.
Oh my god,
You've been listening to everything.
I have been listening to everything. Oh shit. It could be fur coat. It could be Hawaiian shirt. I can't tell. I'm so bad at this. Wow. I'm so bad. I did listen to this project.
You didn't.
Let me get a good picture. I did. Okay. Glasses, Hawaiian shirt down here.
Got you. So what did you rate that project? What did you rate his project?
Fucking scroll through, but let me just use search function, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Let's do that.
Because 42 Doug is one of the people on this list that I was slightly more familiar with.
Oh shit! Wait, no, I don't think I ever got around to finishing it. I had it on a list, but on a playlist, but like I never got around to finishing it. I just skipped it, I think.
Gotcha.
So I was like, whatever. This is one of the few projects that I actually was like, fuck it, I'm gonna skip. But
it's powerful of you.
I know, so powerful. But how many monthly listeners is he bringing in? 7 million. All right, again. Yeah. I guess we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but hey.
I was saying 42 Doug is one of the names on here I was a little more familiar with, actually.
Yeah. I mean, like he's doing some shit. Is he the one that's kind of doing that fuck. Is he the one that's kind of doing that like T Grizzly sound? I don't know. Am I tripping?
Actually,
I think there was another guy. He was
because I'm pretty sure they're both from Detroit, I want to say.
See, that would make sense.
42 Doug, I'm pretty sure, is on the Friday night cypher.
He might have also been on T Grizzly's project too. On
Big Sean's album.
Oh shit, he's got more monthly listeners than.
Yeah, 42 Doug is on Friday night cypher, and I liked his verse on that track.
Yeah.
I mean,
I couldn't point it out to you if I wanted to, but. Oh
really? I could. He's kind of got like a little like. I'm not even going to try to imitate his voice. Actually, never mind.
No, you should. Do it.
No.
Come on, man. Do it. Do it for the pot. Do it for the pot. Do it for the pod. Come on, bro. Commit.
I can't even. No, we're just gonna.
Hater.
Yeah, no, I'm not the. If you got to get me in a different state of mind if you want to see the imitations, you know.
All right. We'll get to that point eventually.
Exactly. I got it. Maybe one episode if I'm sipping on a little something, then I'll feel loose enough to maybe give it a go.
All right. All right, man. We'll see.
We'll see. The tipsy pod whenever we decide to do that one, because I feel like we shouldn't do a complete drunk pod.
Exactly. Needle in the Lens does not endorse alcohol.
That would be very messy. Yeah.
Hear that, Twitch? Needle in the Lens does not endorse alcoholism and dangerous drinking activities.
Never tasted alcohol in our lives.
Yeah, man.
Ever.
But I mean, hey, he's all right. 42 Doug's doing stuff. You know, hey,
he's doing his thing. I'm not completely mad at that. I mean, I guess he is kind of coming up. He is not a horrible rapper, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily going to say he's doing anything new or exciting necessarily, but there's potential there. There's definitely potential there, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at his name being on here.
Exactly. And I will say one thing that's really, really interesting. Actually, we'll get into this discourse a bit later because there's a point where I want to mention it.
Okay.
Ruby Rose. Here we go. This is not where I wanted to mention it, but she's on this list. And she actually went trending when this list dropped because everyone's like, now how the fuck is she on here? A bunch of people just found out she did music, apparently. I didn't know enough about her to begin with. All I knew was that she was on the Smack a Bitch remix with Rico.
Right.
But apparently she is an Instagram influencer first, musician second, maybe. I don't know.
Got you.
That's what a lot of people were saying. And a lot of people were saying she may have, and this isn't, we're not saying this is fact. All right. I'm getting my legal shit intact, but a lot of people were saying she might have engaged in some sort of sexual act in order to get on the list. But allegedly.
This is also the first I've heard of it. This is all coming from Kevin.
Hey, no, it's all coming from Twitter. All right. You can check Twitter. People are saying it on Twitter. I'm not saying it. I'm just repeating what they're saying.
I have no
important distinction.
I have not heard anything about this, and I am also not familiar with her at all besides, the Smakovich.
I mean, she went off on that. I'm not even going to lie and say she did.
Yeah, she did. I don't remember. I did listen to a song from her earlier today. I don't remember how I felt about it, which means it probably just didn't impress me.
Right.
Which is how I felt with a lot of the songs I listened to today from these. But
yeah,
it was. I don't know. I think my biggest thing is because I'm so unfamiliar with a lot of these artists. I'm just waiting for them to wow me in a cypher or a freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think that's really where they're going to be able to show me what they're capable of. Since I'm going in kind of blind right now.
Exactly.
So, we'll see what she brings to the table.
We will, but I feel like she definitely has the chance to impress, or she'll completely embarrass herself. One of the two.
Yep.
I mean, if she brings what she brought on the Smack a Bitch remix,
right?
Hey, we'll get some new Ruby Rose fans in chat. But good. If not, then hey, it's not gonna happen. She only has 600,000 monthly listeners, though. Surprisingly enough,
I guess.
But her biggest song from 2019 has 15 million streams on Spotify, which is more than Lakea's biggest song, which only had 2 million. So I don't know. I mean, maybe she is popping like that.
Maybe she is.
We'll see. Oh, and I will say, Ruby Rose was on Young Ma's latest project too.
You. Okay.
And she was on Lucky 7 with Rich the Kid, that project.
Okay. Oh, well, she's getting those features on lockdown. So
I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought she was just mostly popping off features, but I mean, hey, you got those artists sometimes they'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
But
all right.
Could do some numbers. Blast. Never heard of this person before in my life.
I had seen the name. I don't think I'd heard a song till today. He's more of the kind of, melodic rap R&B type.
Right.
It was okay. It was fine. It wasn't that interesting to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I'm interested to see what he plans on doing in a freestyle, or a cypher,
Especially if they are going to go the more melodic route. Are they just going to put all the melodic people in one track? Which, I mean, I don't know if that's really the route you want to go. I know cyphers usually aren't like this, but I mean,
right.
If you want to throw some rappity rap fuckers and then one melodic person to do a makeshift hook, that could work.
We could see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, we saw how it went for Anderson when he was more on his melodic shit back then. I mean, he still is, but you know, he's given us he's definitely in his rapping bag more now than he was back then. So hopefully it doesn't go as rough for these other singers on here.
Hopefully not. I mean, like,
as it did for him.
Yeah. And I mean, to be completely fair, like, obviously we don't want to wish ill will on anyone, obviously. Like, we want good music to come out. Like, we love and enjoy music. We don't want people to fail. We want them to come out with good shit. We want to hear
on this list. You know who.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But I mean, we want to hear good music. That's just point blank, period.
Right. Oh, I get you.
That's it. But yeah, Blast. I mean, hopefully he pulls something out. You know. Right. Next up, Pooh Shiesty. Of course, he was going to make this list. He's one of the biggest names right now. Exactly. That's inevitable. I can't even be mad about this pick, even though, like, I don't necessarily love his music that much.
Right.
I mean, it's a pick that makes sense at least. So, you know, hey.
So I'm not even that upset about it. I can't say I even have that much to say about it. I expected it. It makes sense.
Exactly. Pull out the brrrs in the comments. You know, we gotta represent. But I mean, hey, he's doing numbers. I don't even know how insanely big he is, but like, this is one of the people that you genuinely do hear about, and like people know, and people rock with his shit. And he's only got 6 million, which is crazy.
Dang.
You know, I would have said 10 easily, 10 million, because like,
oh wow,
dude. Okay, look, I'm just gonna keep it 100%, dude. Dude, Back in Blood is a huge fucking song. What do you mean, dude? I
mean, it is.
The fact that like there's a basketball court next to my apartment, and you can hear Pooh Shiesty on at the basketball court.
That's how you know it's going down.
That's how you know, exactly. It's not no mysterious music where you walk in and you don't hear it. It's music for the people. Also, shout out DJ Khaled for giving us the greatest meme about not going down on a woman. So when, just quick aside, when Warner Bros. Asked, I forgot exactly what the details were, but there was a scene where Batman was going down on Catwoman, and they were like, "Nah, I gotta cut that out. Heroes don't do that." Everyone was like, "DJ Khaled must work at Warner or some shit."
I was really like, "Dang, Bruce is in his
DJ Khaled
his
bag.
DJ Khaled era."
Well, but he wasn't though. Warner wants him to be in that DJ Khaled era. But,
I guess so. Yeah, they were trying to let him be free, you know.
But dude, DJ Khaled really gave us the greatest meme. That is one of the few memes that I feel like has persisted throughout time, that works every time, no matter what.
Does
that one? Really does. And then the Scarlett Johansson is Asian joke always works every time.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. That's a funny
timeless.
One. 2 timeless memes from 2 stupid people saying stupid shit.
Yep. Very true.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, Pooh Shiesty's doing insane numbers. Like can't even knock this guy's popularity. So I mean, I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely does deserve to be on this list, as much as like I found his project to be a little boring. I thought when I first got into it, I was like, okay, he's got a decently interesting sound. I'm kind of like, I like the ad-lib. The ad-lib's funny, you know, but
there's at least something there that I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Like there's a charm to it.
I can see the hype.
Exactly. But it's one of those things that like, it's going to be overdone, of course.
That's also very possible.
And that's the problem. But 2C is next.
Mm-hmm.
Is this, I'm going to pull out a real boomer moment here, but is this have anything to do with 2C Slide?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, fuck me. I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm pretty sure there's no connection.
No connection?
I am slightly familiar with 2C only because he was featured on the Limbo Deluxe. Aminé's
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, I'm dumb as shit. I'm gonna shut up.
Limbo. That was that's the first time and last time I had seen his name pop up.
Yeah, 2 million, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, he did have an album come out that I missed.
Got you.
May 7th, and it wasn't that long ago. Maybe I'll come around to it. It's got a Lotto feature, the Baby feature, Key Glock feature. So I mean, hey, he's doing shit.
Right.
Ooh. I mean, again, not a name that I'm super familiar with, but
yeah.
I mean, 2 million's decent enough numbers. He could be next up, for all we know.
I mean, he could be. I didn't mind his Amine feature.
I may have to. I don't think I don't remember that one. I feel like I heard it, but I don't remember it at all. So
yeah, I think it's called Chicken.
Right. Oh, and he was on Lil TJ's project too.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not bad. I don't know necessarily what his staying power is or like popularity power is, but we'll see. I really want to see how they can all rap, whenever we get down to it.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, we're going to make our judgments now, but I mean, hey, come time for the freestyles and ciphers, I mean, we could be singing a different tune. You never know. We could
eat our words. Yeah.
Exactly. We talked in depth about Flo Milli. She's the last one, but now it's time for Coi Leray slander time. Fuck Coi Leray. All my homies hate Coi Leray. Let's go.
Did you see Rico's tweet?
No, I didn't. No, now I need to see this. Oh, fuck.
She only wished congratulations to Flo Milli and Lakia. She was like, congrats on making the list. And everyone was like, yeah.
Hold on. I gotta pull this up. This is quality. This is a quality meme. All right. This is a spicy fucking meme, folks. All right. Someone was saying that she should have congratulated Lakia too, but let's here you go. Big congrats to Flo Milli and Ruby Rose for making the XXL list. Well deserved. Which, like, I mean, hey, it makes sense because like those are her homies,
Right.
But the Coi Leray slander will always be hilarious.
Yes, 100%.
I can't get down with Coi Leray. Just point blank. Period. It's just
there was that song Earth Gang just did with her.
Yeah, the options. I didn't even bother listening to it. I'm gonna admit that.
I also didn't. It didn't necessarily. Nothing about the track looked interesting to me.
Yeah, the original song was okay, but like the remix with Coi Leray, I'm just like,
no,
I'm not feeling it. But yeah, I don't like her sound. She sounds like a less interesting Cardi,
Yeah,
and just like. Her voice is, I just find her voice to be obnoxious. And then obviously, like she's coming for the Queen Rico. That's not okay with me. Obviously,
we will never allow that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, in terms of popularity, does she deserve to be on? Does it make sense for her to be on this list?
I mean, sure. Yeah, she's popular somehow, which I don't get because like, and this is kind of the one thing that I wanted to touch on a bit. At this point is like she's really big for some reason. I mean, like I guess she popped off TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and I mean she's got big songs. Like I'm not even gonna lie about that. I couldn't name them if I'm being honest. But I mean they're big. I know she has big with Pooh Shiesty. That's it.
Yes.
But I mean she's popping obviously, but. I mean, everyone on Twitter, when kind of the beef resurfaced between her and Rico, this was like after the fact. And, it's a shame that she is more popular than Rico because I obviously think Rico's making more interesting music. But
for sure.
I mean, everyone on Twitter was like, dude, I mean, Rico's leagues better than Coi Leray. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's no question. Like, why are people even comparing the two? But like, it is crazy because at the end of the day, like, yeah, numbers are what in general speak for themselves. I mean, that's what deems the money. That's what deems the popularity. And I mean, I'm not even going to lie. Coi Leray is a bigger artist than Rico is. She's a bigger artist than Flo Milli, and Flo Milli's another name that people are like, especially on Twitter, are saying is getting disrespected in comparison. Like that Flo Milli should get more respect. And I mean, we didn't touch on it, but I think it was the MTV Awards or the BET Awards.
Oh yeah,
I forgot which one it was. But
it was BET.
It was BET Awards, but Coi Leray was nominated for like best new artist, but then Flo Milli wasn't, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I mean, Flo Milli was a name I heard way more than Coi Leray's name ever. So I don't understand how Flo Milli's not more popular. And also, dude, the fucking I like Cash My Hair to My Ass, like that was big on TikTok. Like what? That was huge.
It was
huge on TikTok, man. How was that? That was way bigger than any. I've never heard.
And the first, like when people started getting into fan cams, like,
yeah, that was the audio they went to.
There was, some of her songs were really, really popping off.
Exactly, which I don't understand. I've never heard a Coi Leray TikTok. Never. And if I did, I didn't know it was her.
I also probably haven't heard one and probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have known, So.
Exactly. But that's what I don't understand. But I mean, hey, I guess numbers makes the difference. But it's not fair, man.
It's not. It really isn't.
It's not fair. But
so that's the list.
That's the list. Yeah.
I think could have been on here that weren't. Was there anyone that you were like, it would have been cool to have them on this list?
To be fair, like come to think of it, I can't think of anyone right now that I think deserve to be on the list. Like, I mean, I know you're gonna say Kenny Mason. Ding ding, yeah, I see that fucking smile. But
you beat me to it. You didn't even give me a chance.
Look, man, you didn't have to say. I already knew you were gonna say it, but I mean, I don't think he's big enough to make the list. He's definitely doing numbers in the more underground communities. But
right. I feel like he's making, like, if he were on this list, I would be like, cool, sure. I mean, there are people like his monthly listeners aren't that far away from like Lakia's, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and he's got tracks with Freddie Gibbs. He's been on a song with Jid already. He's gonna be on Jid's new album. Like,
I will say one person that I actually did gun for was Deontay Hitchcock. I was doing 10th spot voting. I forgot who else was on the 10th spot list, but I was gunning for my man Deontay.
Deontay would have been a good pick. I know.
Yeah, I mean he's popping off. I mean, like,
yeah. Also, Young Baby Tate. Young Baby Tate would have been a good pick. She is really dope, and has been killing it for a little bit now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would have been a cool pick on there.
I'm just trying to look at the 10th spot votes.
I know they had Rumor on there.
You said
RMR. Who? Rumor.
I don't think
stylized RMR. He's got a song with West Side Gun. It's good. It's good.
Oh, Josiah would have been an interesting pick. I think he's doing a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, definitely. You know who else? Even though she is kind of more in a pop lane, still raps though. Bree Runway.
Oh, dude. Rap. Which she wasn't even on here, but that would have been a
good pick. And granted, she's been in the game for a minute, but then again, that doesn't matter. XXL. They throw
and also a lot of the people have been in the game for a minute. Like, dude, come on.
Right.
No, but even just looking at the 10 spot voting list, I mean, like Armani Caesar would have been an okay pick. I mean, like that's Griselda bias on my part, but
right.
I mean, obviously some of these names are like Dax has been kind of in the conversation for a while, but I mean, like, I don't think he's ever going to go past the YouTube
where he's at right now.
Yeah. YouTube meme with that.
Yeah. I doubt.
Frito Bang's a name I've been hearing a lot. Very surprised.
Oh, Duke Deuce is on there.
But yeah, Josiah would have been a very interesting pick. I like his sound. That track with Denzel and Rico was fucking fire. So
yeah,
dude, where the fuck is Mario Judah? I am surprised Mario Judah wasn't picked. I
think he lost a lot of steam. I think he lost a lot of steam.
I don't know, man. He's still popping on. I guess in the Twitter sphere, he's still popping. But
oh wow, I guess I don't follow him on Twitter, and I haven't.
Well, no, just like even people just talking about him.
Oh really?
He was trending. I will say this is woefully inappropriate, but he was trending because there was this like clip that was out about like this girl with short red hair sucking dick, and everyone was saying like, bro, Mario Judah sex tape drop.
Oh wow.
It's so wrong. But I mean, like, he's a name that should have been on there. Marlon Craft, I have heard his project, but he's not popping like that to be on here.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder why Murray was on fucking J. Cole's project. He's from Fayetteville.
Oh, okay.
That makes so much sense. PP Cocaine, she's popular. So, I mean, like, even though I'm not a fan,
right?
And she's popular. Slow Tie was a 10 spot. Oh, my God. Okay, I guess I didn't go this far. That would have been a really good pick. I mean, like, he's not popular. I mean, he was on the Brockhampton record. Like, he's got collabs with Denzel. He's worked with Kenny. Like, come on, man. I
feel like that would have been an odd pick there, though.
It would have, but
he doesn't strike me as a XXL type. Like, that would be on that type of list.
Exactly. He wouldn't, but it would have been a good pick still.
It would have been good, and he's still, he's still coming up. So, only 2 records in. So
yeah, I mean, the Kid Leroy, he's fucking huge.
He doesn't need that shit.
He doesn't exactly. Young Baby Tate, like you said. Tyler Yaway is a name I've been hearing a lot too. He's got like a decent bit of like industry pull. Like he's done work with, I want to say Post Malone too.
Oh damn!
I think he did work with Ty Dolla also, but I don't know for sure. Young Gravy is a pretty big meme name, and yeah, that's it past that. But I mean, Deontay was definitely a name I was gunning for.
Right. Oh, you know who I saw was on one of those leaked lists was Snot.
Oh yeah, I mean he's kind of popping too, so that's
right.
That's definitely a surprise, but not quite popping enough to where.
Right.
Again, he's more still in that kind of underground scene, but I mean he did the track with Flo Milli, so you know.
That's good.
Hey, but I mean we could take a look at some of the older freshman lists, so that way we can see kind of in comparison how those have aged versus how we think this is going to age. But I mean, like, of the people on this list, who do you think is still going to be popping? Let's just say in 2 or 3 years' time.
I'll say Flo Milli. Will still be popping. I think. Let me think. I mean, I could see Moray still being around as well.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, I think Coi Leray could have some staying potential too.
Yeah, I hope not. But yeah, Coi Leray slander all day, every day.
Yeah.
Tweet at me some Coi Leray slander, and I will retweet that shit. Point blank. Period. At It's Flip TV. Do it now.
Pooh Shiesty, I don't see having much staying power, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's going to be reduced to a more cult following, but
right. Yeah,
I think Ian Dior's got a shot.
Oh, Ian Dior, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a shot.
I could see 42 Doug as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gunning for Flo Milli on this list. That's the main one.
Right. I think 42 Doug has a very interesting voice. I will say that. So I think that's very interesting. A voice that I will not be imitating.
Yeah, I'll get you to imitate it by the end of this. But yeah, so thankfully XXL in their article went and provided some of the previous lists. So let's just start from 2010, because before this, there's
they went all the way back.
Oh yeah, they went all the way back to 2007. Like,
jeez,
that's how crazy they went. But these ones only have like a couple.
Oh,
but 2010 is kind of like the big, or the first big one, I guess, that like a lot of people think of. J. Cole, Pill, Nipsey, Wiz, OJ the Juice Man, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, J Rock, Fayshawn, and Donis. I mean, like, I would say a solid half of these names are still big names. I mean, R.I.P. Nip, obviously. But J. Cole, Wiz Khalifa, Freddie, Big Sean, J Rock, those are all still like big names. And I mean, I want to say like
not
OJ,
only big names, but also really good rappers.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. This is a really quality list too. And I mean, like, I think even like OJ the Juice Man, like, you know, in his own respect.
Right.
But I mean, like, yeah, this is a solid quality list. And I mean, like, going down to 2011, Meek Mill, Big Crit, Cy the Prince, Lil Twist, Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf was on this. What the fuck? Fred the Godson, Mac Miller, YG, Lil B, Kendrick, Diggy Simmons. Again, and half the list so popular. I mean, Lil B's a meme, obviously, but I mean, hey, he's still
I mean, he was still pretty big.
Yeah, exactly.
His time, and I think, you know.
And I mean, he's sustained himself as a meme, but I mean, Meek, Big Crit, Yellow Wolf kind of in his own way, R.I.P. Mac, obviously, YG, Kendrick. Those are all big names.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they had like J. Cole 2010 and then Kendrick 2011, like.
Yeah, I mean, like those are kind of the two of the big three, as it will, but.
It's so interesting to see where this list would end up 10 years from now, you know?
Yeah, I know. And
like,
it's still a solid list. I mean, half of the names are not. Oh,
I just mean like
really
like how like the choices that XL would choose for their like if you look at like you look at this 2011 list compared to 10 years later the 2021 list, like
it's dog shit in comparison.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, damn, it is really crazy. But it was definitely a different time back then.
For
I mean,
sure.
like,
and
getting into the 2010s, yeah. Rap definitely changed. It became the most popular genre in the country in that decade. So, I mean, yeah, it definitely changed.
Right.
But 2012, Future, Kid Ink, Danny Brown, French Montana, Macklemore, Don Tripp. I don't know why I was about to say R.I.P. Macklemore.
I mean,
there's this meme where it's this Ariana Grande stan, and she's listening to "Thank You Next," and when she says "Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm" or whatever, she's like, "Oh my god, she's talking about Macklemore."
No,
it's just
no,
so funny. MGK, Hobson, 10-spot winner, Iggy, and Roscoe Dash. Again, a good, actually, like even 80% of this list is still relatively like big names.
Yep.
I mean, Future, obviously one of the biggest artists right now. Kid Ink is not. Danny Brown, in his own respect, making quality music. Obviously, French Montana. You know,
hey, still making waves on some degree.
Yeah. Macklemore, Grammy Award winning. Don Tripp, not quite. Machine Gun Kelly making pop punk now. Apparently Hobson, I mean, still making weird Asian fetish music. Iggy Azalea is still popular. And I mean, Roscoe Dash is still like a familiar name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like even though like you may not be popping like that, that's a name that like you say the name is like, oh yeah, I know it.
It's not a bad list at all.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Getting into 2013, best ever ? Right? Schoolboy Q, Trinidad James, Joey, Absol, Logic, Action Bronson, Kurt Cobain, Travis, Dizzy Wright, Angel Hayes, and Chief Keef. Dude, come on.
That's pretty heavy there. Yeah.
This is a heavy ass list. I mean, like a lot of big names from two big names, I guess, not a lot, but two big names from TDE with Schoolboy and Absol. Trinidad James, I mean, is kind of around
a little bit.
But I mean, that's still a big name. Joey, Action Bronson, two big lyrical names.
Right.
Travis fucking Scott.
Right.
I mean come
Logic,
on.
You could consider a big lyrical name. Might not be good.
I mean, like, yeah, he definitely was a big lyrical name, and then he kind of he just became a big pop name.
Right.
Post that
he
point.
can definitely rap and especially freestyle and
exactly. I mean, like he can definitely rap when he's not on the biracial Bobby shit. But Chief fucking Keef, like, come on.
Yeah,
this is a pretty legendary list.
It's a good list. It's a very good list.
I will say, like, I don't think it's. I still think we'll get to it in 3 years, but I still think 2016 holds up the most.
Okay. Yeah,
like just percentage wise, I would say.
I'll give you that. I think you might be right. We'll have to look at some of these other lists though.
2014, The Dirty Dozen, Chance, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad. Dude, it's so crazy. The like TDE is just everywhere
Just
on
all
these
over
lists, man.
his.
Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk. Oh, dang. That was 2014?
Jeez.
Dang. And I feel like he barely popped off like a couple years ago.
Like, yeah, just recently.
Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, Lil Bibby, John Connor, Jaron Benson, and August Alsina. Legendary
Jeez,
man who banged Jada Smith.
Yeah, it was definitely a time.
But I mean, this is another solid one. I mean,
Chance,
you got
Isaiah and Chance on there.
Yeah, Rich Homie Quan, still a big deal. Ty Dolla $ign, big deal. Lil Durk, you know, now getting his flowers. Kevin Gates was really big for that moment, and I mean,
yes,
like,
he was.
I still fucks with Kevin Gates.
I haven't heard Kevin Gates' album in a minute, but I'm sure he's still a more than capable rapper.
Dude, really? Come on, man. 2 phones? Come on, man. And then, I mean, Vic Mensa is like kind of a decently big deal, but
yeah, I suppose.
I mean, as much as you know, he does and says some corny shit, but you know him.
I mean, so does Chance. So hey,
yeah, but I mean, like, dude, this is when Chance, like, I mean, he had the pun intended chance to be, I mean, top 5 easy. The world was his oyster, and he dropped
2014.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a couple of years, he would soon, you know, grow to the height of his fame, and then fuck it all up.
He dropped the ball hard, fumbled the bag.
But still, a good list. What are we looking at for 2015?
2015, we got Dej Loaf, Fetty Wap, Gold Link, K Camp, OG Mako, Rory, Shy Glizzy, Tink, Vince Staples, and 10 spot winner Kid Kid. Another really solid list. Man, dude, honestly, like from 2010 to 2015, we've got some pretty solid lists. Like, I don't think any of these lists were inherently bad.
Like 2015 Gold Link, was that like...
That was pre-Crew, right? I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, he was on this list before Crew dropped?
Yeah, like, dude, that's crazy. And I mean, like, Fetty Wap was, I mean, I feel like I could go out on a limb and say in 2015, he was the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah, that's, you might be, well, I don't know about it in the world. Because I feel like Pop was probably still raging.
In the US. He was one of the biggest artists.
One of the biggest
names in rap,
hit after hit after hit, like,
yeah, dude, fucking At What Cost came out in 2017.
Man,
I don't know when was Crew a single?
Crew was a single. I'm not sure how much earlier.
Crew was a single in 2016, so that was a year after. But like, yeah, even he got on this list before Crew. Like, dude, that was. I mean, hey, they were pretty on the nose here, and then he fumbled the bag. But you know, that's his own thing. But I mean, like, Dej Loaf, she's still a pretty big deal. Fetty Wap, I mean, R.I.P. his career, but
yeah.
K Camp, OG Mako, Shy Glizzy, Vince Staples.
Obviously,
I mean,
Vince, yeah,
dude, really solid list from here.
Good list. And,
2016 legendary list.
The goated list.
Goated. I would go as far as to say as even 99% of the people. I mean, I guess like you can't do that percentage, but let me look at it. Let me look at this. 10 spot winner was Lil Yachty apparently, but Designer, Davies, Denzel, G Herbo, Lil Uzi, Lil Dicky, Anderson, 21 Savage, and Kodak Black. The only one who still doesn't have a lucrative career, I would say, is Designer. Lil Dicky. Right. I mean, he's got his career, but he's got his show now. And I mean, like,
which is really
Earth was a pretty big song, as bad as it was.
So terrible.
I mean, like, he was still doing numbers, and I feel like if he dropped a song right now, he could still do numbers. I mean, Lil Yachty, Dave East, you know, like, even though to a lesser degree, I mean, he's still doing numbers. Denzel, King, right? G Herbo, still doing numbers. Lil Uzi, still doing numbers. Anderson .Paak, I mean, by far now the most successful out of this list. 21 Savage, still doing numbers. Kodak Black, still doing numbers. I mean, literally, Designer's the only one. So 90% of this list is still And I mean, these are some of the biggest artists right now too. That's the thing. They were so on the nose with this that 21 Savage, Lil Uzi, and Lil Yachty and Kodak are some of the biggest names in rap right now.
The fact that Yachty
or there's some of the names that a lot of people look towards.
Yeah,
and look forward
to. Yachty wasn't even like originally on the list. He was the 10th spot.
Yeah, he was a 10th spot pick. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, Anderson .Paak, he's blossomed into this beautiful butterfly of making fantastic music.
Dude,
and
he's
just
he's in his pop star era. So
dude, he is, bro. He's on his pop style, man.
So,
but 2017, not terrible.
Who are we working with?
We got A Boogie, Amine, Cap G, Kamaya, Kyle, Maiden, Tokyo, Playboy Cardi, PNB Rock, Ugly God, and 10 spot winner X.
I'll say I think this is where we started to really see the shift.
Yeah, it definitely shifted and it went downwards. But I mean, this isn't a terrible list all in all.
Right.
I mean, like A Boogie was doing his thing. Amine,
I do remember
doing
when
his
this
thing.
list dropped though. This was one of the first times I remember everyone being like, the XXL list is trash.
Yeah, this is what started the trend of trash lists. But you know what?
There's still some good names on here.
Exactly. You know? And you know what? Come to think of it, maybe that's why the list kept getting worse. You know how much more attention XXL got in 2017? I would say like maybe not compared to 2016 because 2016 was huge and everyone loved the list and it was just positive coverage. But they got shit coverage in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that did more for their brand than 2016 did. It was so easy to dish on XXL.
Because I don't even think at the time we necessarily viewed the 2016 list in the way we do now. I think
I think it was still. I
don't think not as much.
I think in comparison, definitely not to as now.
The heights of their career.
Definitely not in comparison to now. But and also I will say that the one thing that a lot of people like even back then recognized was the GOAT tier cipher. Obviously, that was the one that everyone did. But
even this one still has.
It's still got
a lot of the people here are still relevant, you know?
I mean, A Boogie's still doing his thing. Amine still doing his thing and like evolving. Mm-hmm. Not Cap G. Kamaya was, I mean, like she was doing some shit. I mean, she was getting G-Eazy features. I mean, Kyle, look, I used to rock with Kyle. You know, like I was on that train. All right. He could have done something. He could have done something.
There was potential.
He had a lot of potential. I will say that much. And I mean, he's still got some slappers in the back catalog. Mm-hmm. But low downhill. I will say that much. Made in Tokyo, I mean, I feel like if he hopped on a feature, that'd still be pretty big.
I'm trying to think, is Made in Tokyo, is that whose album? Not album, but a song. I started his album last year. And the way the album started, fire. Amazing. I was like, oh my
I don't think
God.
I got to his album last year.
Like the first one, I was like, this is actually really good. Rest of the album doesn't live up to it. He's got a song on here with Chance and Smino that I heard.
Oh shit. Whoa, wait, what? He had Never Forgotten. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I never got around to this. Maybe I might have to listen to Movie.
Movie was cool. It was like, I was like, oh, okay, this kind of got a little, like, I was like,
this looks cool. I mean, like, this looks like a cool project. He's got
the cover art looks fire.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like,
that was like the main thing.
I'm gonna see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Come on, there we go. Never Forgotten. That cover art looks insanely fire. Like, it's genuinely artistic. Like,
I will say, I don't think the rest of the album like lives up to that cover art. Like, it looks like a very mature album, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you kind of be expecting. It's not that. It's not that at all.
That's a shame. But I mean, like, he's still like a relatively decently big name. And I mean, Uber Everywhere is huge. Playboy Cardi is now one of the biggest names right now. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, again, that's not one you can knock. PNB Rock was big at the time. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think he's really out there like that now.
I mean, hey, didn't he had that song with Rihanna?
All right, I guess I'll give him that then.
I'll
give him that.
Rihanna's first. Wait, was that him? Or was that someone else?
Maybe you're wrong.
I feel like no, that was Party Next Door. My bad.
Ah, look at you. I mean, he's got a single that came out this year with Sway Lee and Pink Sweat. So I mean,
all right, okay. I mean, he's still putting up numbers. So yeah, I mean, I guess
I mean, like, I guess he's still popping like that, but like, he's not a name you hear in a lot of conversations right now. And I mean, Ugly God was in his lane doing his thing. You know, he was funny, but now I think he's just on like the YouTube shit. And then X, obviously, I mean, rest in peace, but he was
wild. That was a 10 spot pick also.
Yeah. I mean, but no, actually it makes complete sense because he wasn't a mainstream name at this point. He was a cult name.
Think I mean, yeah, I guess he wasn't as big, but even still, I remember like,
cause this was before 17 dropped. This was before question mark dropped.
I guess so. Yeah.
This was like, this was literally just off the fame of Look at Me. I want to say, and like some of the singles with like Ski Mask and shit like that.
Interesting, because I still remember like, yeah, I think what kind of helped him out was doing this list, like,
yeah,
because I remember all the conversation. This is like one of the first, I would say 2017. I think is the first year I really remember like seeing and like being a part of the discussion of the XXL list.
Yeah,
and like. His obviously cipher went on to become very talked about.
What a meme! What a meme!
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that definitely everybody on this list still pretty great. I mean,
yeah, I mean they're. I will say aside from like Cap G and Kamaya, I think those were the two names that everyone was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I mean, so solid list. I mean, 8 for 10 of like decent names.
Right.
2018, we're getting into a lot lower quality now.
Yeah.
But still some great names on here. Ski Mask, love to see him. Lil Pump, I mean, that makes sense. I will say, even though he was too big for this list at the time that it came out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Smoke Perp, Jid, love to see it. Stefflon Don was a weird pick, but was familiar with the name at the time. Blockboy JB. Pick made sense. YB and Namir. Not a bad pick at the time. I mean, this was before he dropped the god awful record we know now as I don't even remember the name. I don't even it came out this year. I don't even want to remember. And then Wi-Fi's Funeral and Trippie Redd. Wi-Fi was another weird pick, but I know a lot of people were kind of gunning for him at that point. But I
mean, it's hey, Jid's on there.
Jid's on there. Ski Mask. Lil Pump doesn't have a successful career.
Even Trippie
Smoke
Redd.
Perp's kind of doing his thing. I mean, like he's putting out music, but no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Blackboy JB's a dead name now.
Yeah.
Trippie Redd's still popping. I mean, like that.
I would say he's the most popular off this
exactly.
list.
I mean, Jid's popping off in his lane, and I mean, even getting into the mainstream, he's gonna be on the Doja record. Ski Mask hasn't dropped in a while, but I mean, he could still do numbers if he dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Good
Namir
list.
is now a joke. So.
And it's wild because I remember, I would say every year from 2017 on, I think people have talked about being a bad list.
Yeah. This
like
is
even this list. I remember everyone was like,
exactly. In general, this is not a good list.
Yeah. Obviously, everyone was like, oh, you know, Jid and Ski Mask are highlights.
Yeah, obviously. But and even Namir, because at the time, Namir was a big deal. So. But yeah, that's it's nowhere near as bad as some of the later ones, but yeah, let's go. We got 2 more years to get through. 2019, actually, wait, now that I think about it, 2019 was a really good list.
Let me see. That was I do remember 2019. Everyone was talking about.
Yeah, this was a good list. This was such a good list.
It was
DaBaby, Megan, Corday, Rico, Gunna, but I mean, he's a big deal. Comethazine, big deal. Tierra Whack, amazing to see on this list. Lil Mosey, dog shit pick.
Tierra was on that list. Oh my god.
Exactly. Roddy, Blueface, makes sense. Dog shit pick. YK
Roddy
Osiris
was on there too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
this
dude,
list is yeah, no, this list is really good.
I think in time, this list could age nowhere near as well as 2016. Don't get me wrong. Nowhere near as well. But I mean, you could go like 5 for 5 on this. I think DaBaby's kind of on the downturn, but I think he could pick it back up. Megan, obviously, insane career. Corday, doing insane shit right now. Rico, I think she's on the up. She's coming into her own as an artist. Gunna, I mean, he's still, I think, going to be a big deal.
Right.
Comethazine, that's going to be a dead name from here. Tierra Whack, I think she's going to still be successful. Lil Mosey's definitely going to be a dead name from here.
Right.
Roddy is just getting started.
For sure.
By far. Blueface, dead name. YK, Osiris, dead name. Yeah. But I mean, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names out of this list, I think in 5 years' time will still be big, successful names.
Yeah, which is impressive. And it's what, like, we were seeing from the earlier lists, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, yeah, even those, like, maybe anywhere from 6 to 8 out of 10 of the names are still around.
Right.
So, I mean, like, this is a solid list.
Yeah,
aside from a couple of the stragglers, but I mean, hey.
Yeah.
And now we get into 2020, which I remember
pretty well.
No one was happy with.
I remember this list pretty well.
And I mean, there's some not terrible names on here. I mean, Polo G is a big deal. Mm-hmm. Cowboy, who the fuck is Cowboy?
Didn't make waves. NLE Choppa,
NLE Choppa, I mean, he was a big deal.
Yeah, I think he's still kind of making some numbers.
Yeah, kind of. Loki, no idea. Chica, I mean, that's an amazing name to see. So happy.
Nominated.
Lil TJ, makes sense. Jack Harlow, makes sense. Baby Keem, I know you're happy about.
You already know.
Rod Wave. I mean, I could rock with some Rod Wave.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not mad about Rod Wave.
Heart been broke so many times.
And then we had Mulatto.
Yeah, now Big Lotto, apparently. Yeah.
Well, no, not even Big Lotto, just Lotto.
Oh, it's just Lotto? I thought it was Big Lotto, but she like
it's Big Lotto on Twitter, but on Spotify it's just
okay, that's what it is.
Just Lotto. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who like really rocks with her that hard.
I mean, there are features here and there that I'm like, oh, you know, that was not bad. But as far as like full length projects, I'm not.
5EO4, I mean, that's a pretty big name right now. I mean, like he's doing some shit. And then 24K Golden, another name that's like kind of popping around. But this list is gonna age very poorly. I feel like Polo G is still gonna have a career. I feel like Lil TJ, Jack Harlow, maybe. Baby Keem, I think, is just getting started. Chica, just getting started.
Right.
I feel like Rod Wave's gonna die out, as unfortunate as that is.
I think Lotto could stick around.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's rocking with her that hard. Wait, was it Mulatto? That was the video that I sent you. Oh no, I think it was Coi Leray. No, that was a different one. Someone tweeted like, "Oh, she's the best name out right now, like best in the rap game," and I'm like, "Who is saying this?" Like genuinely.
No,
Coi Leray was the name. There was a performance. I think it was for the Mayweather fight. No, or something. Or no, I think it was just a show in Houston. I don't remember, but she was performing and like no one was.
Oh, and the crowd was dead. Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was insanely dead.
It was. Like, I remember that. Yeah, it was Coi Leray.
That's why I'm fine with the Coi Leray slander on the TL. Always.
100%.
Always Coi Leray slander on the TL.
But I mean, XXL has done some good stuff in their day. This is definitely.
They have, and I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, a lot of the lists, like the picks make sense. They're just not good.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I guess I can't blame them this year because, like, I mean, shit, I don't know who else I would have put on this list aside from some of the names that we mentioned, but I can understand why a lot of those names didn't make it. I can understand why Deontay didn't make it on here. I will say he's probably making more waves than Lakea is, but, you know.
Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I could have seen Guapdad on here.
Oh, yeah, no, he definitely could have, but he wasn't. That's the thing is, like, when they drop the voting for the 10th spot, it's only going to be the names that are on there.
Right.
Because, like, if a name's not on there, it would spoil that they're probably on the list or could be on the list. So they put all the names on there. Yeah. But then in turn, that also narrows it down to, okay, the 10 is now only what's in this list right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Exactly. But I mean, hey, we talked about that for a while. Our last two topics are really short, so I say we gun straight into it.
Right.
Let's plow through. New Tyler single out. We're finally in Tyler season. And this track Lumberjack came out. I know. Very, very happy. We're in Tyler season. I mean, hey, a lot of people were saying that Tyler fans eat good every time because I mean, hey, like he's dropping 2 years consistently.
And he's not giving bad projects either.
Yeah.
You know, it would be unfortunate if he was like dropping every 2 years and then like
they were hot dookie dog water bullshit.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like if for someone like Kendrick Lamar, and I will say, damn, has grown on me. But it's like, but even still, it's not like a great album to drop and then go
to
for
be fair
4 years.
To be fair, though, I think the only reason why Damn is regarded lower is because it's not a great Kendrick project in comparison to like, because like if someone else dropped Damn, I feel like it would have been.
Oh, it would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have been more highly regarded.
I mean, it came after To Pimp a Butterfly, which lots of people consider to be one of the, greatest albums greatest albums of the last decade. So yeah, he had a lot to live up to. So I'm not even like,
yeah, I mean, like, can't blame him. But I mean, hey, we'll see what he does
this year, man.
Yeah, I know. So like and I know we're supposed to talk about Tyler, but we got to segue in here with this. But in the Day in Vegas billing, Kendrick Lamar is billed as a headliner, but it specifically says everything from Section 80 to Damn.
Yeah, which was crushing to see.
Yeah, it's a weird inclusion to make. But it does make it seem like he's not going to drop, which is so mind-boggling to me. Yeah. Like, that makes no sense. You're headlining all these fucking festivals and you're not going to drop.
And you're just going to perform the same music that you headlined festivals with the last time you were
exactly. Like, I've heard Kendrick tour Damn.
I think that's why they're saying, oh, no, but he's going to do stuff all the way back from Section 80. Like, it's going to be different than what you've really seen, I think that's why they're really trying to stress that. But it is very unfortunate, and it's like
it's a weird distinction to make. But Tyler is also headlining that festival.
Tyler is,
and we're getting new Tyler music.
Mm-hmm.
It feels soon. It feels like it's going to be soon.
Oh, I mean, that was the thing that people were talking about. I don't know if I talked about this on the pod or talked about it with you, but there was I don't know if you follow the Hip Hop by the Numbers account on Twitter, but they were kind of detailing how long it is like
I've Tyler's, seen that,
like when he starts the rollout and the album drop, or when he like announces the album and the album drops, and Tyler's gone on record to say he hates long album rollouts. He hates when artists hype stuff for months. The wait between when Igor was announced and release was 10 days.
When it was officially announced, or when there was
when it was
teases?
officially announced. When it was officially announced, not from the tease, but I think.
Does this count as an announcement?
I think the tease and announcement were pretty close together. Like,
yeah, I feel like we'll definitely get. I think even this week we could get an album announcement. Like,
people were saying, some people were saying they were like, "I'm gonna drop this week." I was like, okay, I don't know if this week, but I could definitely see.
That's not.
And the thing is, I'm gonna guess first week in July is what I'm guessing, only because Doja is dropping next week, and I don't know if he wants that competition.
Yeah, I think that would be a smart play. I would say, we could definitely get it from this Friday within the next 2 weeks. At the latest, I'd say July 9th.
And I'm not even gonna put it past dropping on this Friday. I'm not gonna say it couldn't happen, because it could happen.
It could. And I mean, hey, this podcast drops and he already dropped and we're just egg on our face, right?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, we're doing what we can.
But
yeah, very exciting. I love the new single.
It's so good. We're getting some rap Tyler back, which is always nice to hear. But I think we're going to get a real mixed bag on this project, like a lot of different stuff.
Yeah,
to hear,
in terms of variety,
is
not
exciting.
mixed back in terms of quality, but
exactly.
Yeah, like I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited.
Dude. And I mean, like we can talk about our favorite bars. Mine was the call up Jersey and got a milli for him. It's so funny.
That was good. That line had like, I didn't even get the other part of it, like the Millie Bobby Brown part of it.
Dude, that was so fucking funny. Cause Drake, I know you watch the podcast, big fan of the podcast. You told me yourself, right? Dude, you're a fucking weirdo for that. Let's be real. That's weird. That's weird.
Stop texting Millie Bobby
Don't be
Brown.
texting 14-year-olds. I don't remember how old she was at the time, but don't do it.
She was young. It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird, Drizzy. That's weird, but
yeah, that was interesting. Because at first I was like, oh, Carl Drake said I had a milli for him. Like, oh, that's how much like he paid him to do like Camp Flognaw. Like, okay, cool. That's a like cool flex. And I was like, oh, and I saw people on Twitter like, oh, Millie Bobby Brown. I was like, yo, that is kind of dope. That is pretty dope.
The layers, man, the layers.
I know. And then my favorite bar was sorry, I'm trying to remember exactly how he said it. He said the N-word, so I can't say that. But
yeah, no Twitch ban. No Twitch
sorry,
ban,
I don't want to get us banned on Twitch. But he said, my N-word looked like a bitch. I call him Mulan. Which, come on.
I didn't even catch that one on first listen. That shit is fucking fire.
I caught it on first listen and I was like, oh my God. I was dying laughing because that was like
oh God, it's just oh my God, this track is so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Makes me very excited for the album. I am very also interested to see what the story is because I mean, there's just watching from the like the teasers so far, there's definitely going to be some sort of concept here, which I think Tyler is just like pretty committed to now.
Yeah, which I like that. I mean, like, hey, make albums not just a collection of singles. That's what I'm here for.
Right. Like, and it'll be interesting to see because I mean, Igor is kind like ties into Flower Boy in a way. And so I'll be interested to see like if there's any connection here. Also because people pointed out that whenever Tyler went to the Grammys for Igor, he like had his little suitcase fit. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Like his Grand Budapest Hotel thing. On the suitcase, there was a tag, and the tag on the suitcase said, "Call me if you get lost or when you get lost or whatever." Which obviously is the name for his new album.
Which is a really long name, which I mean, I guess to be fair, Flower Boy's full name is Scumfuck Flower Boy.
There you go.
There you go. But it went by the one word Flower Boy and then Igor one word. And I feel like, I mean, I'm going to fact check it real quick, but I feel like all of his albums are one word.
Cherry Bomb.
Fuck, that's 2 words. God damn it.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I mean,
fake
for the
fan,
most part,
fake fan.
Wolf, Goblin.
They're mostly one words, except for Cherry Bomb. That's 2 words. And I guess Flower Boy is 2 words too. Yeah. I thought it was stylized
your theory's
as one
kind
word.
Of falling apart very quickly.
It is falling apart, but they're short. They're all short.
They are
call
short.
Me call me when you get lost. That is 6 goddamn words, okay?
It's a lot more words than we're used to from Tyler.
That is triple his max amount of words.
All right. Yeah. So Tyler, you're doing a lot of words here. We're close to hitting, the 1975 levels of long album titles, but still getting long,
Exactly. I'm trying to find that tweet about the tag about the suitcase.
Yeah, that was dope. When I saw that, I was like, oh, he's been planning this,
Exactly.
Like there's a lot of thought going into this, which is cool. And I think we're going to get a great album. And I'm trying to save money so I can go to a day in Vegas, but I'm going to have to cop the vinyl.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I want to hopefully get in on an exclusive this time.
Yeah.
Like,
even though the Igor exclusive, I like the alternate cover, but I do like the normal cover as well, like the standard cover. So I never really went for that variant, but
yeah, exactly.
maybe there'll be something cool with this one.
Also, I did find the tweet. Shout out Dissect Podcast on Twitter. I remember when
Dissect.
Tyler's iconic suitcase from the Grammys. Guess what it said on it? So here's a suitcase called Fleur. Call me if you get lost. Boom. Back to the billboard.
Big deal. Big deal.
Big deal.
He's on another level. So
big deal. But
very excited for the album whenever it may come in the next few weeks. I think latest we're going to see this is July 2nd. Well,
I say 9th at the absolute latest.
Okay, I can say 9th because I have a theory Vince is dropping on the 2nd.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Tyler can shadow Vince and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, but it just, I don't know. I wouldn't want him to do that. Also, I
wouldn't want him to,
you know?
Yeah, I guess.
So I don't know, but yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, isn't Vince's new single dropping?
Vince's new single is coming out this week, and I have a theory that the album is coming out July 2nd because this is the self-titled
Theory
Vince Staples
time.
LP, right?
Really?
Yes, the self-titled album, and Vince's birthday happens to be July 2nd, which falls on a Friday this year. So,
yep.
Hey.
Yep. That's
my theory. That is the Noah Davis theory. I have not seen anyone else on Twitter or Reddit talk about this. That's my theory, though.
I believe it. Fuck that. That is a good theory, man.
Yeah,
it's a good ass theory.
Vince Staples fan over here. Don't you forget it.
I won't forget it. No, that's a good fucking theory, bro.
Thank you. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, we will indeed see how it pans out. But I mean, hey, fingers crossed. I would love to get some new Vince.
Yeah, that'd be really.
And you
cool,
said it's supposed to be mostly Kenny produced, right?
Yeah, Kenny produced most of it, and he produced this new single. I've been really on my like Vince sleuthing shit, man.
Dude,
I was looking at the like album or the single cover, and it says 1 out of 10 on it. So I'm like, oh, like maybe there's 10 tracks on the album, which I'm like, dang, I kind of want more. More than 10 tracks. But he is dropping 2 albums this year, so I'm like, okay, fine.
Supposedly, right?
Well, I think they're both done. He's already announced both of them. They have titles like the other one is called Ramona Park Broke My Heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one, the way he's describing it seems like maybe this one is less. I don't know, but this is self-titled, so it feels like it should be bigger. But the way he's talking about the Ramona Park album makes it seem like that one is maybe more substantial. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I mean, shit, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We will see. But I guess, like we said, we're all excited for Tyler. Very excited. That's where we started. And yeah, I don't know what else there is to say, but we just have to wait and see what happens now.
Exactly. I don't know. Again, personally, like Igor is my favorite of Tyler, but so I don't know if this will top it. We'll see.
We will see. I do go back and forth a lot. Well, I know Igor is not my favorite. For me, it's really like Wolf and Flower Boy, like one of those two. And sometimes I do prefer Igor a little over Wolf sometimes, but never over Flower Boy. Yeah, I just think that album is really, really good. And I mean, Igor is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know who has the normie pick here because I feel like I don't know.
I'm gonna say Igor's the normie pick.
You think Igor's the normie pick? No, you know what?
I think I would have said I would have said Flower Boy is kind of a normie pick if you at the time before Igor came out, it was a normie pick. But
I think Igor is still the normie pick.
Igor is the best.
I think Flower Boy is still the normie pick.
I disagree.
No, because here's why. Because I will say, like, in like the music folk people, Igor is the normie pick among them. But among like I guess even just like the internet people, I will say that Flower Boy is a normie pick because I've seen like mostly people still gunning for Flower Boy.
Igor's the one that got all the praise, got all the Grammys.
It got the praise, but
all the exposure. I don't know,
man. I still people in my mentions still be praising Flower Boy.
Okay, well, let me talk to. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at people for praising.
I'm just kidding. They're not in my mentions, but
I was.
No, it's just what I've seen. It's just my observations. But that is that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's everything we got for Tyler, and I think our last thing was just new episode of Loki came out today. New episode
of Loki, yes, and also actually Disney just announced that all of their Disney Plus series are going to be dropping on Wednesdays now, which is good for us because we film our podcasts on Wednesdays.
Exactly. So
exactly.
Fit that earlier in the day.
We can catch it early in the day and then shoot the pod, talk about it. But yeah, new Loki episode just dropped. You already know. Spoilers. Obviously, we're going to get deep into it. Mm-hmm. All right. But yeah. Oh, if you're on YouTube, there's the chapters at the bottom. You can skip to our outro if you don't want it spoiled. And then come back when you did watch.
Yep.
Exactly. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's discuss here. What were your thoughts on the episode?
I like this episode. I like the first one too. So, I think it's still, pretty interesting. I think maybe I like the first one more than this one.
Agreed.
But I think they're starting to go in an interesting direction. My biggest thing is with these Marvel shows, especially like between Falcon and Winter Soldier and now Loki, is like this next episode is going to be the halfway point of the season.
Okay, so it is 6 episodes?
It is 6 episodes long.
Oh,
and
man.
It's just like so weird feeling like we just started because we did just start,
Yeah.
And like we're already at the halfway point and like
they're going to have to pack a lot of shit in.
Yeah, because it's just like that feeling that I kind of had with Falcon and Winter Soldier where it's like nothing's happened yet. And I feel like at the end of this episode, obviously it's like, okay, now like something's definitely happening.
Hey, spoilers, folks. It's Lady Loki. That's who the variant is.
Loki. Which
I'm just going to keep this up.
He called it. I did call it. I had a feeling it would be Lady Loki. And which is super cool. I'm down with it. I think, now we can kind of get into it. I think maybe they should have done this reveal at the end of the first episode. In my opinion, I think it might have been better because then we could have gone into the second episode. And when this episode finished, I feel like we would have been further along. Like we would have made more progress in telling a story, going into our halfway point of the season. Mm-hmm. Whereas now we're just now getting to this point. I don't know. Even though it's only 2 episodes, I don't know. I just feel like
I agree.
I think it needs to be moving faster.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though is that if the episodes were the same and literally the only thing is we got the Lady Loki reveal at the end of episode 1 rather than at the end of episode 2,
it wouldn't have changed a whole lot.
It wouldn't have, solely because then episode 2, as much as like there was a lot that went on and like we learned a lot about like kind of the way that things are going.
Right.
Episode 2 would have felt way less substantial.
Yeah, I get you.
Because like now we have the weight of, hey, look, the variant is Lady Loki. Woo!
Right.
But I don't know. I do agree to your point though. If they did reveal it at the end of episode 1, that would have given us a much further head start going in episode 2 and what they could do from that point.
Right. And I think also it would have just been better because at the end of episode 1, I think everyone was kind of like, okay, this is a hooded figure. It's obviously a different Loki than the one that we're seeing now, because there would be no reason otherwise to have, them hooded and not seen. So we might as well have just ripped it off then. And like part of it was like part of me was like, oh, maybe they want to keep this mystery going for the whole season, you know? But then they're like, no, we're just going to tell you the second episode.
I really thought they were going to. I think that would have been, that could have been a much, I don't want to say more interesting approach, but I mean, like, I think, again, if the storytelling of these 6 episodes was the exact same and they waited until, let's say, even the 5th episode to tell it.
Yeah.
Or the 4th or the 5th episode. Let's say they waited until after the halfway point to tell it. This episode would have been less substantial. But it does feel kind of cheaty that like we know now this early, but also this late.
Right.
They didn't get it perfect. Exactly.
And I do think it does excite me, especially at the end when we see Loki going off with Lady Loki.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this is exciting. And now I want to know what's going to happen next. It seems like we could be taking a very interesting direction here. But I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to see that a little earlier. I think overall the episode, there were definitely interesting parts. I thought it was really cool how they, you know, were figuring out that they, you know, need to go to these moments of apocalypses or like, you know, where
apocalyptic events.
Yeah. Right. I thought that was really interesting and cool. And at first I was like, oh, are we going to go back to Thor Ragnarok? Like that would be kind of cool. But then they were like, nah, we're not going there. I was like, okay. But I thought that was really cool and interesting. And I think what I want to see more is I just want to see Loki having fun. I want to see this show, like it's a time travel show. Like I just want to see it go fucking batshit crazy. Like,
yeah.
And just have fun. Like, you know, and like a lot of this is still like, a lot of the second episode is still like Loki is sitting down at a desk or sitting in a library or doing
and
this,
discovering,
you know?
Shit. Yeah.
Right. Which is like needed on some level, you know, but it's time.
I think it would have been better if that would have been, I don't know. I guess I'm conflicted because like if that sort of stuff was included in the first episode, I would have been happy because then like, okay, now we can get into like the nitty gritty shit.
Right.
But like then the first episode wouldn't have been as interesting.
Right. I think another thing that would have helped is just if the seasons were longer.
Yeah, you know? They should have gone for 8 on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is something Falcon and Winter Soldier suffered from as well. So I think they need to make these seasons longer. And obviously we haven't seen the whole show. I don't know where it's going. And maybe in hindsight, we'll look back and say, okay, that wasn't paced too badly. You know, where as the story progresses and we see where they're going with it. But as for right now, only having 2 episodes, I think they could be pacing the story better. But I will say, I think Tom Hiddleston is still giving a very enjoyable performance, as well as Owen Wilson. And yeah, most of the cast. I mean, I don't really have any complaints about performances or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I just want to see, I guess, I want to see them let loose more. Like I want them to be having fun. This show seems like a show that could be a lot of fun. Loki is a funny character. And I want to see these later episodes lean into that a little more. I think the dynamic between Lady Loki and Loki could provide some good, fun humor. And I just want, that's all I want. I just want them to have fun and I want them to tell a good story. And I think both of those things are possible because we've seen it done in the MCU with Loki before, you know? We'll have to see.
It's not out of the question for sure.
That's how I'm feeling about it.
No, I agree with you. The pacing, now that I know that it's going to be the halfway point after the next episode, that makes it a little more rough because I'm like, okay, what? We're going to be halfway done already? Like that's kind of crazy, but
it is. I will also say, I think one thing I noticed, we went to 2050 in this episode, right?
Yes.
Am I correct? Yeah. That's the furthest in the future we've gone in the MCU, right? Like you've never
probably
for any, like this is pretty deep.
Yeah, it's pretty deep in.
I also was like, oh, this is 2050 and this like grocery store looks literally like it came out of like right now.
2020. Yeah. I was like, dang, this still got Vaseline in 2050.
No, yeah, like it literally looked exactly the same. I was like, okay, I thought we were gonna.
It's like, so the next 30 years are gonna be boring as shit then, huh?
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, I guess we already did everything we could have possibly done. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, no, I mean, I still
maybe
enjoyed the
Elon
episode.
took all the fun stuff to Mars.
I guess so. That's probably what happened, honestly. I still enjoyed the episode, and them going to Pompeii and kind of having that little scene was funny. Yeah, I think it's just really going to depend on. First episode was really solid. Second episode, not bad. Just worried about pacing stuff going forward. And I think third episode will really we'll be halfway through the show at that point. So
exactly, yeah.
I think we'll maybe be able to make some broader conclusions when we get to that point.
Exactly. From this point forward, we'll really be able to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of, especially at the halfway mark. That'll be the telltale sign. But I mean, yeah, still enjoyable. Great surprise with Lady Loki. I guess not really necessarily surprised, but like,
yeah,
I was like, and it was funny as I was watching the episode and they had the figure. I'm like, that is a feminine figure.
Yeah, no, I was looking at that too. I was like, okay, no, that's definitely Lady Loki. Come on.
Yeah.
And
it was
also,
it was a little obvious going more into this one, but
also I feel like if they had kept up with the, like, who is it the whole season? I don't know, that like black coat thing it was kind of, it kind of wasn't doing it for me. Like whenever she was in the like control room looking at the video cameras, I was like, okay, this kind of is just like a little corny to me. I don't know why.
A bit, yeah.
So I think if they had kept up with the black cloak thing the whole time, I would have been like, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see where it goes from here. I'm still very excited for the show. I think it still has a lot of potential. Still has the potential to be the best MCU show thus far.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Also, are people mad that she's blonde?
Not that I've seen.
I feel like I saw some sort of discourse about that.
Oh, really? I haven't honestly, I haven't dived in or dove in too much.
I don't know, because like all the I literally, to get the picture for this pod, I Googled Lady Loki. And there's a lot of pictures of her with black hair, and I feel like it's the old one, or like the comics one, I guess. But
yeah,
I'm seeing. I feel like I heard some people say some shit. I don't know. Again, not resident comics expert here, but
yeah, no, neither am I. I mean, if her black hair is like a really important part of her character in the comic, I guess that's a big deal. But if not, like, I don't know.
It's fucking
hair. Like, I'm sorry. It's like the same people that were mad that like Zendaya was playing MJ and didn't have red hair, like, I mean.
It's fucking hair, bro.
It's just hair. Like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
but
we will see what next week brings us. But still a good episode. Enjoyed watching it. And speaking of watching it,
ooh,
what were you watching this week that you really enjoyed? What were you listening to this week that you really enjoyed?
So like I said, we went to the movies. I'll go ahead and start with watch then, I guess, right? We went to the movies and we saw Quiet Place 2.
Yes.
Thought it was pretty solid. Definitely not as good as the first one, but I thought it was solid.
Right.
But as far as watch, actually, before I watched the Loki series at 2 a.m. last night, caught it as soon as it dropped. I was binge watching. I finally got around to finishing Invincible.
Woo.
Which, I guess not to get into too spoilery of territory, we could talk about this off the podcast because, like, I mean, hey,
come on, it's been out for a while. Y'all need to watch this. God.
But I'm gonna avoid spoiler territory, even though like
all right.
There's TikToks and shit. But
yeah.
I mean, I thought it was an extremely solid show. Like we talked about before, the animation is god awful. Please, for the love of Christ,
I'm sure. I have a feeling that they're gonna up the budget. Like they had enough popularity, I think, to where they're like, okay, we can throw y'all some more money.
Exactly. And
I mean,
I fucking hope so.
I mean, I guess they already had a lot of money. They just
blew it all on casting.
On the casting, which I'm not entirely mad about, because I will say I think the voice acting in this show is very good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, So
fuck it. We're gonna get into spoilers. I don't care anymore.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. So my main issue, I will say, with the series is the last episode. I think. No. Here's why. Listen up. Okay. I think it is way too reliant on a second season, which I'm happy that it's getting a second season. But I think there were a lot of loose ends untied. We didn't get, in a story structure wise, we did not get a solid enough resolution of the first season.
And what storylines did you want to be wrapped up more?
The main storyline, dude, he fucking just flies off. Yeah, he just flies off and it's like, okay, that's it. And then like,
I mean, obviously he's gonna end up coming back at some point.
He's gonna come back, but it's like, no, but the fact that happens, like, I'll say like maybe like 20 minutes into the episode, like barely at the halfway mark. And the rest of it is just like, okay, here's us setting up season 2.
I mean, that's what you got to do for a season finale. They gave you
not that early in the episode.
I mean,
give me more, and then you can set up season 2 in like the last 10 minutes.
I feel like for me, the whole part with Mark and his dad was just so intense.
Oh, it was phenomenal. I loved it so much.
I don't know how much.
And then the baseball flashback, and then just like he's about to punch the shit out of him, and he's like, ah.
Right.
That scene was amazing. But I just the structure of the final episode is the one that I have issues with.
Agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree on this one.
I will say Sandra Oh brought it the fuck out in the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she was doing a great job.
I was never a Sandra Oh stan. Now.
Oh, you were never a Sandra Oh stan, man.
I mean, like, I never got like huge into her, but like I know like Stan Twitter loved her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
But I mean, like, now I'm on board. I'm here. I'm on the train. I'm on board.
I mean, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you.
But I mean, she brought it the fuck out in the last few episodes, and I mean, fuck, man, that was.
Yeah. I just think.
And I mean, great performances all around. Oh, and another thing I will say, Zazie Beetz' character forgave him way too easily in the final episode.
Yeah, there are lots of people. There's her character is the one that is talked about the most. Because everyone, and I do think people do way too much. Everybody hates her character. Okay, not everybody, but she is a very, very hated character. Like
what?
Like majority of the internet
I actually genuinely kind of like her character.
Like people, like she was in the memes. It's like the like who they say the villain is and who the actual villain is. Like people were literally doing like that type of shit. And putting like Omni-Man and then like her as like the actual villain of the show.
That's kind of dumb.
No, yeah, it is dumb.
I wholeheartedly disegree with that.
Like
Omni-Man, I think if you agree with that, you're an abuser.
No, yeah, I mean, like if we're really getting into it, like looking at this for real, like Omni-Man, I mean, he's an abusive father. He called he
called his wife a pet.
Yes, he called his Asian wife. The optics of that.
That is horrible. That is horrible. I didn't even fucking think about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, and y'all are really going to sit here and say that Amber is the real villain of the story? For
wanting the truth and to be loved. Come on, dude.
Like, really? And the thing is, at the end of the day, Amber is a high school, like she's just a high school girl. She just wants her boyfriend to be honest with her, which I understand. I will say though, I do think her character could have been written better.
A bit, yeah.
And like, especially the way that I think she handled when they went to college and that scene, because like if she already knew then, and then Mark came back and she's crying and she's like, "Where were you? I can't believe you just left us." And then she's like, "Oh, well, I knew the whole time." So they were like,
that was a little poorly written. Like if she knew at that point, like I don't think she validly could have had that reaction, but it doesn't necessarily make sense in some respects.
So I was just like, okay, I can see where like maybe her character could have been better written in parts, but for people to do like, I will also say, I feel like part of it is just people just like wanting to hate on a black woman. Like, I think that definitely fuels it. The fact that she's black, I don't think that necessarily helps anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, y'all, because dude, yeah, I guess you haven't seen it, but the way people are piling on her, like it's
that's crazy.
Insane. So
yeah, that's a little smelly. That's a little smelly.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like teen racism.
Definitely does.
It really does. Y'all, come on, get out of here with that. That's ridiculous.
But dude, the train scene in the last episode.
Oh, that was brutal. I just
Crazy.
I would have wanted more before he flew off. Like, I guess
more pain.
I mean, it just.
I don't think Mark could take any more.
He couldn't, but just story structure wise. I'm just saying story structure wise.
Yeah.
That ends too early, and then it's like, okay, we're in the supposed resolution area, even though nothing got resolved, and then it's just all set up for the next season, kind of.
Yeah.
But
I guess I'll. It worked for me personally, but I can see your critiques.
Thank you. I still really enjoyed the show. I hope the animation gets better.
Yeah.
For season 2, or fuck it. I mean, re-release season 1 with better animation.
I mean, hey, why
I'll
not?
rewatch it. No, there was one scene, and the big thing is the mix of 2D and 3D that kind of gets in the way sometimes. There was one scene, I think it was in either the last 2 episodes, but there's this it's a fully 3D scene where people are running away from something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it looked terrible. It was awful. And I mean, that is aside from some of the issues with the character walk cycles and stuff like that too, that looked bad, but oh God.
Dang.
Yeah. Do better.
Come on, y'all.
But I mean, I still enjoyed the series and will be tuning in for season 2. As far as listen to, surprisingly enough, new Slater record. I was really feeling it.
Wow, look at you.
I know, very solid. I enjoyed it.
I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I've liked a lot of her past stuff. So
yeah, no, it was really dope. I was feeling it.
Cool.
Oh, a track that I was actually it's so it's kind of funny, but it's just so hard. Disney Channel, D-Rick and Boldy James.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh my God. My God. It's just the welcome to the Disney Channel. A bunch of goofies and Mickey Mouses. And I'm like, Boldy, stop. Stop. But it's good. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Also, a new 2K Mazda track, Cashmere, also very good.
Oh, interesting. You like that one? One didn't really do it for me, honestly. But
I mean, I enjoyed it. This is kind of my first bit of TK Mazda exposure. Right. So I mean, definitely a step in the right direction.
Okay. Cool. TK Mazda would have been cool on the XXL list.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't.
I feel like you haven't heard the other stuff.
I guess. All right. I guess that's it. Of everything that came out last week, there was some stuff that I caught up on from the week before, but nothing really stood out. I don't remember. Oh, the new Genesis Owusu track. I did actually get to that. That was pretty good.
Yep, I like that track.
Oh, duh. I caught up and I got the Black Midi product. That was really good.
Oh, got you. I still need to check that out too.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I can see why a lot of people don't like it, but I really enjoy it.
Interesting.
But a lot of people do like it and a lot of people don't. I understand why some people don't like Black Midi. I'm just
interesting.
It's pretty up my alley. I'll give it that much.
Got you. I actually like their last album. So
yeah, exactly. So I think it'll work. Cool. But your turn, buddy.
My turn. I mean, like you said, we went to the movies. I liked A Quiet Place, decent amount. I also virtually attended Tribeca Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
Only saw one movie, but it was
never mind. Okay.
Called Dating and New York, and it had Jabuki in it as one of the leads, which is literally the only reason why I watched it. I was like, hey, Jabuki. And he actually is playing straight in this movie. So that was very interesting. But I liked it. I can see why a lot of people would not like it. It's a little kind of quirky, maybe to an annoying degree for some people. It's a rom-com. But I like a good rom-com, and I like Jabuki, and I think it works. And my Letterboxd review is currently the most popular Letterboxd review for this movie. So,
oh wow, really?
yes, and the director is also on Letterboxd, so I'm pretty sure he saw it.
Wow, look at you. Hey man, remember me when you're famous. Remember the podcast that we built together.
Yeah, no, whenever I get up there, I'm not gonna forget.
22 likes? Wait, whenever you get there, you're what? Hold on.
I said I'm not gonna forget you.
Okay, I was like, you bitch.
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean you're the number. Oh dang. Kong at Tribeca did not like it. 1.5 stars.
Dang. Yeah. Come on.
David also didn't like it and said this is why Jabuki lost his blue check mark.
Dang. That's actually pretty funny though. I'm not gonna
And then
lie.
someone gave it 4 stars and said take a shot every time you see a turtleneck.
There are a lot of turtlenex in this. But I like that.
Are you sure? I mean, I guess like I don't know how it works. 16 likes. Okay, I guess you are the most popular one.
Mine's at the top. When you click it,
is that how it works then? Okay. Because like I didn't know if that was just like algorithmized because we're friends on Letterboxd or something.
No, it's the most popular up there, and that's
your claim to fame.
Yeah, that's me. So
look at you.
I did something. I mean, it's only because it premiered at a festival and like not that many people have gotten the chance to see it. So I was one of the first reviews.
Hey man, I mean, there's a lot of reviews for it on there.
Yeah, there's more now. They're coming in now. So we'll see if I can hold that spot. But
we'll see.
I liked.
Maybe I'll write one. Be like, haven't seen it. Too much turtleneck though.
And see how many likes you get on that one.
We'll see. Honestly. That's the one thing about like a lot of these platforms is some of the reviews are too memey and it's like, okay, are we serious or
you have to find a good balance sometimes, you know? And
that's the thing.
Sometimes I'll give it like a real review and sometimes I'm like, we're just having fun with it. And this one I was like, I don't know. It's a Jabuki movie. I feel like I should just have fun with this review, you know?
Yeah.
It just felt right. Like I think that's what he would have wanted. So I liked that. I also saw, what did I watch? I watched the first episode of the television version of Blind Spotting, the film from Daveed Diggs and Raphael Casal. There's a TV show now. It's on Stars. I didn't have Stars before, but it is $5 for 3 months, and that will get you through the entire show. It's doing weekly release, but it's enough. So I saw the first episode of that. Thought it was good. It's definitely interesting. I can definitely say that there's nothing on TV quite like it. There are elements of it I think that could be worked in better. But I think I really like what they're doing. And,
right.
Daveed and Raphael still came back and are writing the show just as they co-wrote the movie together. The only difference is both of their characters are not really in it. The story isn't about them. That's the biggest difference from the movie to the TV show. But I still think it's solid. Right. Shining a light on some other characters in the kind of Blind Spotting universe, if you will, or world.
Right.
And it's solid so far. So 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Good for them.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, Daveed and Raphael both posted and tweeted. They were like, we like have the critical acclaim. We just need like the numbers if we want a season 2. So if you're interested, check it out. It's a good show. $5. Come on.
$5 for 3 months. I guess that's fair.
Yeah. And there's going to be movies on there and other shit you probably want to see too. So
yeah.
So I watched that. I also saw Tuca and Birdie, which has now moved from Netflix to Adult Swim. And that show is still really good, really funny. I liked it when it was on Netflix, and I think that it's still maintained that same level of writing and comedy in season 2, even though it's on Adult Swim. So that has been really cool. If you like animated stuff that's kind of quirky, I don't know. Maybe you will enjoy this. And also another Steven Yeun voice acting credit there. So always love to see that.
Look at that, my man.
He's in his voice. He's a good voice actor. He's done quite a bit of voice acting, honestly. I feel like there was something else I watched that I really liked. I saw the show Elite on Netflix is back for a new season coming out next week, I think. But they're doing like little like mini episodes in between here and there. So I watched some of those. And they've been pretty solid so far. You know, if you can, as Bong Joon-ho said, get past the 1-inch barrier of subtitles, because the show is in Spanish. Then maybe you'll like it. So
maybe
saw that and it was good. And that, I think, is everything that I have seen this week that I really enjoyed. So yeah, get out there, watch some more stuff. There's a lot of good TV coming out now. There's a lot of good TV.
Yeah, I'm getting into TV now. Like I'm trying to kind of do some like more watching TV and movies. Definitely want to get more into movies. Actually, one thing that I missed, we haven't finished yet, but my girlfriend and I started the movie Kajillionaire.
Dude, I've been wanting to watch that. I've heard
it's on HBO
literally
Max.
Only good things about it.
It's on HBO Max. It's pretty good. We haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, but
dang,
we're getting there.
I've been wanting to watch that one for quite some time.
It's on HBO Max, buddy.
Yeah, it's on my list. It's on my list. I've just been waiting for the right night to dive in. I'm excited. So yeah, did I already do music or no?
No, you didn't.
Okay, all right. So music. What I enjoyed this week. I don't think there were any like full length projects I was really that I dove into this week. Just kind of like hit some big singles, which I'm sure a couple of them you can probably already guess what I'm about to name. But
no, man, you're not predictable at all.
Not at all. When have I ever been? But obviously have to shout out Solar Power from Lord. So good.
Really?
Yes, dude. I really like it. I've been jamming it.
I saw a meme that it sounds like a woman's Venus razor commercial.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see that, but my friend told me about it, and I haven't been able to unhear it now. Song still slaps though. Still a good song.
I also saw another meme that it was like pure heroin stands trying to get into Lord's new album, and it's a goth person dressed in all black and an umbrella on the beach.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
so
no,
funny.
She's definitely switching some lanes. She's come very far from pure heroin. But I do still like the song. I think it's good. Next song I really enjoyed was new single from Clairo.
Yeah, that did come out and I did hear it.
Yeah, it is definitely very much a departure from the sound that we know her for. And it's very much giving like Phoebe Bridgers like type of vibes, which I think is why I enjoyed it so much. So I really like that one. I was very, very shocked by that one. I think I maybe like that one more than Solar Power, honestly.
Right.
And also new Doja Cat single. I enjoyed quite a bit. I enjoyed it a lot, honestly. I liked it a lot.
I guess so.
Maybe even more than Kiss Me More, honestly.
Blasphemy.
I think Doja's performance is really good on this track. And yeah, she's just very, as a rapper, like she is very, I think she's very good. I think she's very good. And a lot of it has to do with her delivery. And I think she is just extremely emotive and can like really present that so well in her music. And yeah, I have a feeling after this album drops, I might have a somewhat hot take. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see how the album turns out. Are you doing the camera? Have you been looking at the camera?
What's the hot take? What's the hot take?
No, I'm not gonna say yet. I'm not gonna say yet because I don't want to have to.
Now say it. Call it now, so that way, in the future, I can shit on you.
I was just gonna say, I think in the, quote unquote, female rap lane, mainstream lane, at least, she is, I think, possibly the best right now. Rapper. It's nothing, just silence. And here's the thing.
That's it. That's the end.
Here's the thing. Am I saying I'm not even
I'm not fucking playing these games with you, man. I'm not playing this game with you, bro.
Oh man, no. I've upset him, y'all.
I'm not playing these fucking games.
I don't know, man. She's really good. And I mean,
that might be the worst take you've ever had.
Wow.
You have some pretty bad takes.
Wow.
That might be one of the worst.
Dang.
You heard it here first, folks.
Wow. The worst take. That's rough. I'll take it though. I don't care. I know.
Who are you considering in this mainstream conversation? Now I want to see.
I mean, I think we're considering like the Cardis, the Megans, and not to say Megan can't rap, because she can, but I think Doja can also rap really well. Even like the Flo Millies of the world. Obviously,
I didn't even know we were throwing Flo Milli in this conversation. Now this is just a no.
Oh wow. No, I would say Doja is, I do enjoy her more than Flo Milli. I think it really just comes down
from a rap perspective
to the delivery to me, the way she delivers her bars and her vocal inflections. And
okay, but if you're throwing Flo Milli in the conversation, you got to throw Rico in the conversation too.
Okay, we can throw Rico in the conversation.
And you're putting her over Rico?
Like I said, I'm not confident in this yet. I want to hear the full-length album. I want to hear the album first.
But the fact that you're even considering her over Rico.
I love Rico, okay? This is not Rico slander in any way. I think Doja Cat is a very good artist.
Dude, you think she's better than Coi Leray?
See, this is why I didn't want to say it. I knew I was going to be attacked.
Listen, man, I had to, okay? This is just...
That's fine. I'll take it.
Well, I mean, shit, we'll see, but...
We'll see.
I think you're just going to be wrong.
She's got a track coming out with Jid. If she can hold her own on a track with Jid, there's definitely...
You think Jid is going to rap on this? You think Jid's going to rap on it?
I think Jid's going to rap on this. I think he might do a little bit of both, but I definitely think he will rap on this.
I think he's going to be singing.
I think he's going to be rapping and singing. I
guess I could see both, but I don't think he's going to be like rapping.
The track is called Boom. I don't know. With the track called Boom, I'm expecting something fucking crazy. All right. I'm not expecting a track called Boom to be some laid back.
They leaked that track without the Jid feature.
They did leak it, so I'm not listening to any leaks.
Oh wow!
I want to go in blind.
I might peep that leak.
Go ahead and peep the leak. Go ahead, peep the leak, sir.
All right, that's it though. That's it for tonight.
Wow, you're cutting me off after that one. You said
I have to.
Wow.
I have to, bro.
Dang, I had some other tracks that I wanted to show.
Oh shit! All right, fine. Wrap up.
Okay, I also want to shout out. Oh, I did listen to another album, the Japanese Breakfast album. Like that album a lot. Specifically wanted to point out the track Slide Tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one a lot. And also new track from Little Sims.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
Rolling Stone, very good. Very, very good. Each of the tracks that she's dropped so far from her album have been really solid. Still weird to me that she's starting this album rollout so soon if the album's not coming till September. And we've already got 3 singles from the album. I mean, I think it was like 18. I think it was like 18 tracks. So I guess this isn't even like that much.
A drop in the bucket, but like, yeah.
Right. But still, it is kind of weird that she started the rollout this early. But the tracks are
it's a little off, but I mean, hey.
And that, I think, the new IDK track, I really liked.
You liked Peloton?
I really liked Peloton, actually.
What?
I really liked it.
I couldn't get behind it.
Really? I was really rocking with that track, actually. So yeah. Those are my takes for the week. Those are the songs I really enjoyed.
Know what the bad takes on a weekly basis.
You know what? I gotta bring it sometimes.
I guess so.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
God. I'm just like, I'm in tears right now. I'm
sorry to do you like that. Oh, and the new Tyler, the Creator track.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that counts, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, all right, what did I listen to last week?
Yeah. So that's everything that I enjoyed this week. It's everything Kevin enjoyed this week. And we have enjoyed being here, talking to y'all this week, as we do every week.
Every single week.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here. You know the usual. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, any of those other places, we do have a video podcast on YouTube. Look up Needle and Lens Podcast on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube and let's say you want to take us on the go, you just want to listen, like you don't got, time. Maybe you're on a commute and you just got to listen. You put your little headphones in. It's going to be on all of those podcast listening platforms that I mentioned and a couple more.
Yeah.
Link in the description. And if you are either of those two groups and you're thinking, hey, maybe I want to be a part of this live experience, twitch.tv/Flip TV live on Wednesday evenings, usually around 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
There you go.
I got it. I'm so good at this. But yeah, we started a little early today. But I mean, that's the usual time.
Cool.
That's it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Peace out. Check us out next week. Bye.